Hey, good morning, folks. Hope everyone's all right. As we look towards the open of equity trade in Europe in about 39 minutes time, actually. So, a really quick one today, and most of it is going to be focused on the macro side of things. And this is kind of, you can see it's reflected in my notes this morning, which is the morning read. Go check that out on the Durgan Capital site or my LinkedIn profile. Um, so we are closing the month today. US equity futures are just sitting tight, really. So the G7's done. NATO summit continues today, and we also are going to have the OPEC and non-OPEC ministerial meetings happening today. So the basically the meat of the action today is towards the latter part of the European session. Um, so the main story here is that, you know, Finland and Sweden have both made the cut to join NATO, which is about to get a lot beefier and a much needed upgrade, and hasn't they haven't seen an upgrade since the Cold War, really. Um, so this is due to the fact that we are seeing currently, with all the things that are happening that, trouble, you know, economists and all that, we also have this war that's going on in Ukraine. And so in terms of data, we had, manufacturing services numbers out of China coming out really, really well. Um, so 13-month largest growth in terms of services in from China, basically. So we've been talking about the price cap on Russian crude for a while now, and word on the street is from Walter at Delta One. Follows Twitter. So word on the street is that there are positive developments, and then the first comment over there is nobody believes this. So it just goes to show that there's very opposing views on this matter, but what we do know is that they are planning to set the price cap in and around the basically break-even price of Russian crude, and this is an important basically explanation I made in the notes is that, well, Russia's break-even price is one of the highest in terms in amongst all oil-producing countries. So even if it's set at break-even price and aimed to basically cap off any of this, to stop Russia from basically benefiting from high oil prices, that we're seeing right now, it's still going to be higher than a lot of other countries, and it's not going to spur like OPEC to freak out or anything because like Saudi has one of the cheapest production in the world, and they are the biggest producer basically. Um, and it's an important point because as of January 2022, this year, right? The thing that makes this, kind of okay, cool. You're going to cap prices. You're going to put a ban on seaborne crude and all that. But January 2002, Russian crude made up 22% of their overall export. And where did most of this go? China, who's basically buddy buddy. You know what I mean? So you can find out more in the notes. So before I go too long about and I did, I talked about, the global rates issue. Low inflation is no longer like a target right now. It's not something that is even being considered right now because I mean it's pretty obvious why. So just a quick look. Let me just move this over here. Quick look at the charts. So right now, crude, which has rallied for pretty much the entirety of the year 2002, is set to close its first month in the red. Right, so we broke above here, made this excess, and then just turned back around, not seeing, like I said, very confusing times. Anything can happen, anything can change, any word. And plus, this makes sense today because we do have that ministerial meeting happening. Although times is still, they haven't put out any time. So, um, that is, to be conveyed at a later time. So do follow me on Twitter or our Discord room. Basically, we are running, a month free. So go check that out for real. A gold is still under pressure. Look at that. We had that test yesterday. So the support trend line within this larger channel now makes sense, and look at that, just slowly edging below. It will be, and because we're closing out the month, so we will be expecting some moves that could potentially be quite large, um, because traders are bookending. You're closing out trades before the new month starts, basically. So expect to see a bit of a tussle on this level here. We've pretty much these are 2 month lows, so bear that in mind. It's a big level over there. The euro slips below that inflection over there. Now just trades around 1.05, 1.05, but pretty much, yeah. Before, yeah, potentially. I'm not. If you do get another test of this low, it would be really important for it to hold. If it breaks through, you can expect a lot of stops getting basically triggered below here, especially with, like I said, the month end sort of situation. Um, Onto equities, broken through that support trend line, just could not hold that 3,800 level. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. I did talk about this further on the notes, so check that out. I've been babbling along too much now. So, any questions, further questions, hit me up on Discord, hit me up in the comments in the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified on future videos. This is Reed, bring you the daily briefing, and we are Done Capital. Cheers.